Gina, I'm making kale chips today. I love kale. I love potato chips. I am so excited about the kale chip. Whoever came up with it is brilliant as far as I'm concerned. And it's so easy to make at home. You don't have to go to the grocery store and buy them. All you have to do is buy kale, throw on some olive oil and spices, and bake them. The key to kale chips is slow and low. Cook them on a low temp for about 25 minutes. I'm going to prep everything, show you, we'll put them in the oven, and then we'll come back and see what they look like after, okay? So we're going to start with our kale. Look at this, just beautiful, green, vibrant kale. Love, love kale. The worst part about kale are these stalks. They tend to be the hardest and the chewiest. So we're just going to take some cuts here and just cut out the main, real hard, stalky part. And we're just going to save those or discard those, whatever you'd like. And now we're just going to do a coarse chop on these so you can see. See these pieces? Yes, I'm throwing them all over just so you can see. And then we're going to put them in a bowl and then we're going to season them from there. So I'm going to finish cutting up some of these and then we'll go through how to season them. I think kale got a bad name for so long because it is kind of a tougher, chewier leaf, but it's so good for you. And then chefs were brilliant also, and they started braising it in white wine and crunching it up and letting it sit in like an olive oil dressing for a little bit so it would soften up, and then people realized how good it was and how healthy it was for you, and they started to buy it and make stuff with it. And when people start making stuff, they get creative, and that is the best part about cooking, the level of creativity that comes. So I'm almost done cutting up this kale, nice and chopped. And the other great part about this is that you really can customize it to whatever you like. You want Parmesan kale chips? God bless. You want cheddar Parmesan chips? Go ahead. I am just going to do it with a little bit of a spice seasoning to it. I'm not going to put any cheese on it. I know, shocker. Put cheese on pretty much everything. And then we're going to bake them up. So as always, follow along, watch what I'm doing. Recipe will be on our website, GinaAtHome.com. And if you want to get creative, I would love to know about it. I love to hear what people do with these recipes. Kale, wonderful. I'm going to do this very last one. We don't want to leave him alone. And then we're going to start to dress these. And as I said, I'm going to make these just a little bit on the spicier side. Olive oil. You can use extra virgin. You can use straight up pure, whatever you want. Just drizzle them a little bit. Really coat. You just really want to make sure that each kale leaf is rubbed and coated, because that's what's going to cause the nice crunch to them. So this is just going to take you a minute. I'm going to rub all of these. There we go. And see, do you see like the olive oil glisten on all these? And that's good. You just don't want to leave any that don't have a really nice coating. Here we go. Almost done with that. Making a mess as usual. I'm going to get my towel, which of course I forgot. I grab this one. And we're going to start to season. You ready? Oh, yucky. Okay, as always, garlic powder. I'm Italian, you can't have enough garlic. Little pepper. Salt. Now here I'm going to use a little table salt, but as I've mentioned before, got a thing for sea salt. So I'm going to put some sea salt on these also. You can also use a wonderful Himalayan pink. Don't have to. I don't have my grinder, so I couldn't grind these, but I want to show you that you can. Little onion powder. Let's see what I'm forgetting. Ooh, now we're going to kick it up a little bit. We're going to do a little chili powder. Look at that. Little cayenne. See that? And so we've got all of our ingredients in there, all of our spices. So we're just going to mix it up. I always say, best tools in your entire kitchen are your hands. You can do anything. They're wonderful. And we just coat everything. Look at how pretty. It's so nice. Look at how pretty. Green. That just screams healthy for you. We have not put anything bad on these either. So you're going to take a baking sheet. Parchment lined would be preferable. I'm on a parchment. So I'm going to take just a little pan and give it a light coating so nothing sticks. And I'm going to just lay these out. You want a single layer so everything gets the heat to it. Probably not show you this very well, but I'll move a few things in a minute. really important if you need 2 baking sheets, use them. That you get a really nice layer on this. I'm trying to move everything so you can see. Look at that. And we are going to put these in the oven. 300, some ovens maybe 275. Your oven is yours. They all are a little different in their cook. And we're just gonna let them bake 20, 25 minutes. And then I'm gonna take them out and I'm gonna show you what our end result is. So stick with me, I'll be right back. Kale came out of the oven about a half hour ago and I let it just cool. It's very important to let the kale sit in the baking sheet half hour, easy half hour, to cool completely, because that way you'll ensure the crispness, hard to say. And now they're in a bowl. I didn't think you wanted to sit and watch kale cool for a half hour, but I thought the most important part for you to see was the end result. So these are our kale chips. I'm going to try one, but I really wanted you to hear how crunchy they really are. They're not soggy at all. And that's because I let them cool completely. Very, very important. Now I'm going to taste one. I haven't tasted one yet. I've been waiting for all of you to be here. Those are good. They got a kick to them. Kind of spicy. It's really, really good. And if it's still too spicy for you, just cut back a little bit on the spice. It's just fine. These are really, really good. I gotta make more of these. They're not going to last long. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that this helped, and hope you watch again.